Ice and rock climbing is my favorite sport. I love that with ice climbing or rock climbing, rather than competing with someone else, you are only competing with yourself and pushing your own limits and potential. It is just you and yourself against that rock, the sound of your own breathing, and nature and or fear and determination engulfing you. The story that I want to tell is of my favorite climbing experience that I have ever had. Every year in this little town called Lake City, Colorado, they have an ice climbing festival. Lake City is a 2-hour drive east of Ouray and is home to around 400 people. They developed their own ice climbing park and it is sustained by the community. The awesome thing about the Lake City Ice Climbing Festival is that anybody can compete. All you have to do is sign up and pay $30 that will be used to help upkeep the ice park. Usually the competition holds two events, the top roping event and the lead climbing event. Last year, however, because of all the warm weather, the ice wasn't stable enough to hold the lead climbing competition, so everyone had to be on top rope. I entered the top roping competition. It was my first year competing, and I was really excited. In the contest, you do 2 climbs, and then they average out your climbs to determine the winner. I completed my first climb with a good enough time to get 3rd place. When I got to my second climb, I was so burnt out from my first climb, so it was a different story. Once again, I did my steady ascent. However, when I was 20 feet from the top, my adrenaline had stopped pumping, and I was too tired to continue. My arms and legs were shaking uncontrollably from fatigue, and even holding on to my ice axes and my hands was a struggle. I was terrified I would drop them below me, and they would go tumbling down 80 feet, bounce off the ground, and potentially projectile missile into someone. At this point, I knew that my body could go no further. I yelled down at my belayer Matt to lower me, but he kept refusing, saying that there was no way in hell he was going to lower me with me being so close to the finish. At this point, I knew that the chance of me making any placing in the competition wasn't going to happen. But it wasn't about winning the contest anymore. Me making it to the top of this climb became so much more. It became a competition within myself. It was me against my ego, telling me constantly that I was worthless, that I was too tired, and my body physically could not hold me onto this wall anymore. It was me against all my pain and fears. As I rested against this wall for what seemed like an eternity, my thoughts slowly sinking deeper and deeper into self-doubt, fear, and worry, I was constantly telling myself there was no possible way that my body was going to be able to do this. From the crowd of 80 people or less below, they all started chanting my name. All these people, unknown to me, chanting my name filled me not only with motivation and hope, but also with so much love for this little community within which I only knew a few people. With this renewed motivation, I pushed up the cliff face it seemed like an agonizing eternity, up to the top of that climb, and I don't really know how I finished that climb. But when I made it to the top and I hit that iron pan with my ice axe and heard it ring, that was probably the most self-fulfilling moment of my life. I know that there's no way I would have made it up that climb without the support and love of all those people. Even though I came in second to last place, just for competing, I still got 2 quick draws. But I won so much more than those 2 quick draws that day. Through that competition, I reaffirmed my self-worth as a person, and whenever I think I can't do something, I think back to that day.